Hello Primary 2-3, it's Mrs. Patterson here, and I've got this video for you today to go through your maths learning for Tuesday the 19th, and this will help you complete your worksheets for today. So at the moment we're learning about addition in maths, and today we're going to be learning to use different strategies to add 2 and 3 digit numbers. So the first task that I've got for you here is a problem that I'd like you to solve. So how could you solve this problem using strategies you already know? Can you solve this addition sum in more than one way? And which strategy did you like using best? So here we have two children who both have a plate full of grapes. One child has 19 grapes and the other has 20 grapes. How many grapes do they have all together? So you need to be able to add 19 and 20 together. So which strategy could you use to add these numbers together? Can you think of two different ways that you could answer this question? If you have a piece of paper or a whiteboard at home, you could try this now. Remember, you can pause the video at any time so that you have a bit more time to complete the answers. Just try your best and give it a go. The second task is quite similar. So there are 23 oranges in this box here, but the little boy is about to put 14 more oranges in the box. So how many oranges are going to be in the box once 14 more oranges have been added? So again, how could you solve this problem using strategies you already know? You might want to use your number bonds to help you. You might want to draw out some tens and ones to help you. You could use the split strategy you've been working on as well. It's up to you which strategy you would like to use. Can you tell someone at home which strategy you like using best and why you like using this? Remember, you can pause the video if you need to take a little bit more time to complete the answers. So your learning intention for today is we are learning to add 2 and 3 digit numbers using different strategies. And to be successful in your learning, your success criteria is I can use my number bonds to add, I can partition, which means to split numbers into tens and units or tens and ones to add, I can count on in tens to add, and I can use pictorial drawings to help me add. So that last one is all about using drawings and pictures to help you add, just like you did last week when you drew out your tens and ones to help you with your sums. So now Primary 2-3, we're going to have a look at some of the methods you could have used to solve those addition problems. So in method 1 that you can see on the screen here, we're counting in tens to solve the addition sum. We know that there are two tens in 20, 10, 20, so we can count from 19 together and add the two tens on. So let's do that. Let's count together. 19, 29, 39. If we count in tens, that helps us to add a little bit faster and a little bit easier. In method 2, we are adding the tens first to help us add. Number 19 has been partitioned into tens and ones in this diagram here in this picture. So we know that number 19 has 1 10 and 9 ones. So what we can do there is we can add the 10 from the 19 onto the 20. So 10 add 20 equals 30. Then we need to add the 9 onto that, the 9 ones. So 9 add 30 or 30 add 9 is 39. If we split the number and add the tens first, then the ones, it makes it a little bit easier to solve that problem. In method number 3, we use the tens and units blocks to help us. So you're very familiar with these concrete materials. I know that you've been using them in class and you used them last week with Mrs. Walker's split strategy lesson. So in this method, you can see the tens and ones rods have been used. And we use these in school, but you can also draw them out to help you. So the tens and ones have been split up and we've added the tens first and then the ones. So you can see in the drawings and in the pictures here that we've got 3 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. And that was 1 10 from the number 19, 2 tens, and then adding the 9. So if we draw out the rods, that can help us to add to. So drawing pictorial representations of the maths problems is a great strategy to use. This helps us to visualise the problem in our heads. Now, boys and girls, to visualise something, it means that we can see it in our heads when we're working it out. So if we can draw a picture, we can imagine it really clearly in our heads what they look like. So if you think of the number 19 and you have drawn out one lot of 10 and 9 ones, you can see that really, really clearly in your head. So on this slide, I'd like you to pause the video so that you can try some of these questions. So try adding these questions using some of the strategies that you've learned so far. So you could try using your number bonds, you could try splitting the numbers into tens and ones, or you could try drawing out the tens and ones to help you. Now that you've all had a chance to answer those questions, we're now going to practice partitioning numbers into tens and ones. Now when we partition numbers, we use our number bonds and knowledge of place value to help us. Now our knowledge of place value is all about understanding what numbers mean. So the number 17 is made up of 1 10 and 7 ones. So boys and girls, I've written out the sum on this whiteboard to show you how to use this strategy yourselves. So if we're looking at this question, 17 add 21, the number 1 in the number 17 represents the number 10, because these are the tens and the ones. The number 7 represents 7 ones. The number 21 has 2 tens in it, 10, 20. So we're going to put 20 in this circle here. And the number 1 is 1. So if we look at the tens, we've got 10 and 20. So we're going to add them together first. So 10 add 20 equals 30. Now we're going to add the ones. So 7 add 1 equals 8. Now we can add together the tens and the ones. So 30 add 8 equals 38. So I can put that up here. So when you're partitioning your numbers and you're splitting them, try to remember what each number means. So if we're looking at number 17, we need to remember that this number is in the tens column and this number is in the ones column. So we have 1 10 and 7 ones. And the same with this number here, the tens column and the ones column. So we have 2 tens, which makes 20, and only 1 in the ones column. Now that we've all answered question 1A together using our number bonds and our place value knowledge, I'd like you to try to do B on your own. So remember to partition or split the numbers into their tens and ones, then add the tens first before you add the ones, and you will find your answer. Once you've completed this, I'd like you to go to your worksheets that are in your learning packs and pick the worksheet that you would like to work on depending on what kind of challenge you would like. So there are 3 to choose from, and it's up to you which one you think you should go for. Just remember to use your strategies from today to help you. So use your number bonds, partition the numbers into tens and ones, count in tens, and draw out the problem. Once you have completed all of your learning from today, come back to this video and pause it here, because I'd love you to pick one of these question bubbles and answer them for me. So you might want to pick the one that says, "Today I learned that," or you might want to choose the one that says, "I'm still unsure of," or maybe you want to go for the one that asks about which thing you enjoyed the most today. You can choose any one you like, but it would be great to hear a little bit of feedback from this lesson to find out what you enjoyed, if there was anything you found challenging, if you've got any questions about your learning. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I can't wait to see all of your hard work on Teams soon. Bye bye.